Have you ever really stopped to think about the single most important element in your life? I mean, really think about it. It's not gold, it's not oxygen, it's carbon. It is the quiet, unassuming architect of our entire world, building everything from the food on our plates to the very DNA that makes you, you. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover its biggest secrets.
So let's just start with a fantastic mystery, right? How on earth can the exact same element, carbon, form the soft, flaky graphite in your pencil and also the hardest natural substance known to man, a diamond? They're made of the exact same atoms. This paradox, this puzzle, is our central clue. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll get the elegant chemistry that makes it all possible.
And look, this isn't just some neat trivia about pencils and diamonds. Carbon is, and I mean this literally, the backbone of life itself. It is the core ingredient in our food, the fuel we burn, and even our genes. So, you see, figuring out carbon isn't just a science puzzle. It's about figuring out ourselves.
To solve this big mystery, we have to start small. We need to look at a fundamental problem with carbon's basic atomic structure. Let's call it the four-bond puzzle.
Okay, let's get into the weeds just a little. Here's the basic layout of a carbon atom's electrons. Now, think of its outer electrons like people in different rooms. You've got two that are paired up, they're happy, they're stable. Then you have two others that are single, and they're looking to partner up. In chemistry, it's those single unpaired electrons that can form bonds. So just looking at this, you'd think, okay, carbon forms two bonds. Simple. But here's the thing. In the real world, it almost always forms four. So how? The numbers don't add up. This is the heart of our puzzle.
Well, the usual way atoms get stable is by either grabbing or ditching electrons. But carbon, it's stuck right in the middle. Trying to gain 4 extra electrons would be way too much for its little nucleus to handle. And trying to lose 4, that takes a colossal amount of energy that's just not available. So both options are a no-go. Carbon's in a real bind.
So if it can't steal and it can't give away electrons, what's left? Carbon finds this brilliant workaround. It shares. It finds a middle ground. By sharing its 4 outer electrons with 4 other atoms, it gets that stable, complete shell it's looking for. This ability to form 4 bonds, its tetravalency, is a core part of its identity. And that right there is our first big breakthrough.
But wait a minute. Hold on. We've just solved one problem, and it's like we've stumbled into an even deeper one. Okay, we've established it has to share electrons to make 4 bonds. We know that. But we also just saw that in its natural state, it only has 2 single electrons ready to go. So how does it get from 2 to 4? What kind of atomic magic is this?
The answer is one of the most beautiful and elegant ideas in all of chemistry. It's a process that unlocks all of carbon's hidden power. It's time for the big reveal. Let's talk about the hybridization solution. Right here on this slide is the elegant 3-step dance that solves our whole puzzle. So when a carbon atom is about to form bonds, it uses just a tiny bit of energy for step 1, promotion. It kicks one of its paired up electrons into an empty spot, and just like that, it has 4 unpaired electrons. Problem solved, right? Well, not quite. Now we have a new issue. These 4 electrons aren't equals. They're in different kinds of orbitals, with different shapes and energies. So the atom does something truly mind-blowing in step 3. Hybridization. It takes its 1s orbital and its 3p orbitals, and it just mushes them all together. It blends them, creating 4 brand new, perfectly identical hybrid orbitals. It's kind of like mixing yellow and blue paint to get a totally new color, green.
And this process, an idea from the brilliant chemist Linus Pauling, is the secret trick: hybridization. It's this redistribution of energy and shape among the orbitals to create a brand new identical set. This is how carbon takes its mismatched group of 4 electrons and forges them into a perfect team of 4 identical bonding tools. It's genius.
And what's the result of all this? You get this incredibly symmetrical structure. The 4 identical bonds all repel each other equally, pushing as far apart as they can get in 3-dimensional space. And that shape is a tetrahedron. This creates a super strong, super stable arrangement, which is exactly what makes carbon the ultimate building block for complex molecules, like methane, and, well, pretty much everything else. Okay, so now that we've cracked the code of carbon's bonding secret, we can finally explore the absolutely mind-boggling structures it can build. We're talking way beyond single molecules here. We're talking about massive chains, sprawling sheets, and even perfect little spheres.
So, this ability to form 4 perfect, strong bonds, it unlocks carbon's first real superpower, catenation. That's a fancy word for its unique ability to link to itself over and over and over again, forming incredibly long and stable chains. Sure, some other elements can do this a little bit, but carbon is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. This is how you get the gigantic molecules that make up plastics, fuels, and even proteins.
This bonding flexibility also leads to this amazing phenomenon called allotropes. Basically, these are wildly different physical forms of the exact same element. So for carbon, the only difference between that soft pencil lead and a rock-hard diamond is how those amazing hybrid orbitals are connected. The arrangement, it turns out, is everything. And what a family it has. In a diamond, every single carbon atom uses that perfect sp3 hybridization we talked about to lock into this rigid 3D cage. That's what makes it so unbelievably hard. But in graphite, it uses a slightly different recipe, sp2 hybridization, to create flat sheets that just slide right past each other. That's why it's a great lubricant and why it leaves a mark on paper. Then you get these wild, futuristic shapes like soccer ball-shaped fullerenes and tiny rolled-up nanotubes. It's all the same carbon, just different arrangements. Absolutely incredible.
All right, we've gone on quite a journey here. We've followed the clues, we've unraveled the mystery. So let's pull it all together and deliver the final verdict on what makes carbon so incredibly special. So here it is, the verdict is in. Carbon's secret to success isn't just one thing, it's a powerful combination of these 4 properties we've uncovered. First, its tetravalency, that drive to form 4 strong bonds. Second, its atomic magic trick, hybridization, which creates the perfect tools for the job. Third, its superpower of catenation, the ability to build endless chains. And finally, its sheer artistry and allotropy, building wildly different structures from the same material. These 4 things together, they make carbon the master architect of our universe.
And this is why it all matters so much. The unique chemistry we've just walked through isn't some abstract idea in a textbook. As you can see right here, it is the fundamental reason that life as we know it is even possible. From the carbs that give us energy to the nucleic acids that write our genetic code, everything is built on a carbon framework. So think about it. From the simple charcoal used by our earliest ancestors to modern wonder materials like graphene, which is just a single sheet of carbon atoms that's 200 times stronger than steel, this one element has been our silent partner in building civilization. And as we continue to unlock its potential, the real question isn't just what carbon is already built, but what incredible new worlds are we going to build with it next.